Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Of course, thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
So, season four is the final season, and I can imagine that's bittersweet for you all.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. It's
It's
bittersweet.
mostly feeling bitter right now. I gotta be honest. Like now that we're here together and we're talking about the show so much and reflecting on these seasons, I'm just like,
Bitter.
I kind of want to do another one. Yeah. So right now I'm just sort of on the bitter
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But you can talk about the sweet stuff if you want.
No, I know it's we wrapped over a year ago now and haven't really seen each other since. And so but whenever we all come together, we all just get on so well. And so it's an instant reminder of the past 6+ years of working on the show. And so I feel like it came to a beautiful close, but at the same time, it's like such a
I
bummer.
miss those characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When you all reflect back over, the last six seasons of this show, the impact that this show has had
Mm.
on the viewing audience, what will you carry with you as you move forward?
I think a lot of the relationships that I've made and friendships that I've made with from this show have taught me so much about myself as an artist. I just have s- grown some of the strongest relationships in my life because of the show, because we've been through it all. We've been trekking through the Canadian tundra together, and I honestly that will make or break a friendship. I'll tell you what. And so I think the people that this show brought into my life, and I just will forever be grateful and have some true forever friends like you.
Oh, that's so, but you know what? That's so beautiful because not everybody that, works in our business, you can say that you leave
Mm.
experience with a real, true
Yeah.
relationship with someone that will carry on beyond
Oh yeah. Yeah.
your show, right?
Yeah. 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 No, I feel very grateful for the people that this show has brought into my life. Yeah.
I think, a really powerful thing too here in the series is there's some authenticity in the work that you all are doing.
Hmm.
And Elliot, for you, there's been this moment of art imitating life.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was definitely a timing a moment with a personal change in my life. And yeah, I feel so grateful to the show that um, me coming out as trans was welcomed and included and not something that was pushed away. And I still got to be a part of the show. Um, I loved playing Victor for these 4 seasons and having Victor, transition as I was transitioning, knowing, firsthand how much it has meant to people. Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Something that has really struck me and touched me in watching you when you've done appearances on other shows or on red carpets, you have a different type of a glow about you and more of just a centered uh, uh, happiness. Like, and it just seems so true and so real. And I know that in your book, you talked about how you, going on your own personal journey has really influenced how you look at other roles that you may have the opportunity to play.
I mean, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, thank you for saying that. It actually means a lot that you see that because that is how I feel. I mean, I see it too. And I used to be, quite frankly, pretty unwell and miserable. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to access, you know, the healthcare and various things I'm able to access to allow me to live this life now. And then as an actor, to be able to step in these places in this from this new place, this new ability to be present, this new foundation is just um, that's a dream come true for me. I mean, I feel a way that I never thought was possible. So I'm excited that hopefully I can show that in work if people want to cast a trans guy.
It takes an extraordinary amount of courage to lean into who you. And I know, when I came out, it's like a weight is lifted because you can just move about the world as you are. And it's such a beautiful blessing. Amy, what do you love the most about your character? What will you miss the most
Oh, I
about?
thought you were going to ask about Elliot. And I was like, well, um, I, I, I love the lessons that she learned moving through this show because I also learned them. And I think there's 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 a lot that I learned from being Allison. And I'd never been in front of a camera before when I got this job. And so I think there's that, which is a huge lesson. And I'm still learning and I have so much to learn. But I think to be able to return to this character year after year, having learned so much in the time off to then go back and apply those lessons to this character, but then also whatever Allison was going through in that season, I was also very much taking that on and doing the work and the research and trying to understand what she, in season 2 I did just a profound amount of researching and just to become as fully educated about the civil rights movement and specifically a woman during the civil rights movement. And then in season 3, I did a ton of work on just learning and understanding trauma, um, as she's kind of moving through the residual effects of her time in the 60s as a Black woman. And so I just, there's so many lessons that I pulled from the research that I was doing to kind of put on my, Allison coat. And I just am so grateful for that because I look at every opportunity and every experience and every job as an opportunity to learn something new about myself, about the world, about this character. And I just feel like she taught me so much. And some of it was in real time. And so I'm just so grateful for the education that was Allison Hargreaves for me.
So beautiful. Elliot, what would you say is the superpower of this show?
Mm.
Oh gosh. I think it's the heart and emotion. I think to me that is what really grabs people. I mean, the show is, it's spectacular in so many ways. It's full of action. It's weird. It has incredible music, but really it's this character-driven show about a group of siblings in their 30s who had this awful, awful childhood and how it's manifesting in their lives as adults. And I think like at the end of the day, it's so much the heart and the characters and like the emotion that really makes all that extra stuff so much better because you just feel it all more.
What's your message to anybody out there that may be watching you, watching this interview, watching the show, that may be struggling with who they are and struggling and accessing the courage to maybe go toward being their authentic self? What do you say?
Oh gosh. I guess there's like a couple things when I think of the times in my life where I was so scared to acknowledge certain things and to move forward. And one thing I like wish was said to me more is like that shame you're feeling is not yours, it's theirs. You don't need to hold on to that. And also, I remember being in such a place of, oh, am I or am I not? Should I or should I? And the moment I started going, why do I have to think about it this way? Like, why am I in this like awful, this is how I feel. This is who I am. I need to make these steps for myself to love myself. That noise isn't my problem. And it's sort of, to me, that thought process really helped me. So if that's something that could help anybody right now, that's what I'd say.